So 1 week ago today, we wound up streaming this for what, 10 hours? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 10 hours here. Is there no volume? And once again, there's no volume. I'm going to need to fix that. Hey, silly doggy. She's like, I wasn't expecting you to start speaking and being loud. I was trying to sleep back here, but she'll start settling down here very soon again. Alright, let's turn up the music. Not the music, just the game volume in general, like that. We'll see if I need to adjust it from here. So let's not do another 10-hour stream again. Like, it's another Wednesday night, and we did a 10-hour stream before after getting carried away because, you know, with my current university schedule, I don't have a university class on Thursday, so I was like, oh, well, I can stay up, I guess. I have the wiggle room to stay up. I'm gonna stream for 10 hours. Let's not do that again. I feel like I'm still slightly mentally recovering from that. We're in the same situation as before, where it's a Wednesday night, and I could, in theory, just like pull an all-nighter, but let's not. I saw a weird purple blip, and I wasn't gonna pay it any mind, but then a Hoodle came out, and then I was like, wait, it's probably an owl, isn't it? Well, that's interesting. I should take like a dedicated time to, what the hell? Actually track down a whole bunch of owls here at some point is what I should do, Sada Glasses. I'm gonna look at the audio levels and try to make sure everything's right, because I don't ever remember what I have it set at and such. We shall see about that. Also, hello, non-existent IGN. Non-existing is non-existenting. Is that what that's meant to be? But you like the chat. Well, they're not new. It's always been the Bill Nye the Science Guy. Full lyrics. Only the best chat rules ever, because science rules. As we all know and love. Science quite literally rules. Wait, where am I going? You don't remember that? Are you maybe getting this confused with a different stream? Because I've had that as like the stream rules here for 3 years now. So maybe getting it confused with a different stream by chance? I apparently need to go here somewhere. Somewhere there, it seems like, to progress things. Because it's been that way for a good while now, at least. Twin Worlds. A decent bit of stuff has happened since the last time we streamed this game. How do I get to the place where the thing is, though? Map in this game is pretty alrighty, but it could definitely be better. Is that closer to here? Maybe that's closer to here? If I fast travel here and then I move back? How crazy it is. But yeah. Billy Goldberg, by the way, change your name again so you think it'll stink with this one. Gotcha. At first I was about to say, I'm not sure if I've seen that name before. Look at this. This is a... Oh, I can't go up there.
Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
But this is all shattered now. This is all shattered here. But how is it going? It's been a hot while. I think the last time yeah, I know non-existent is a word, but non-existent-ing. What does that mean? Unless it's supposed to be non-existent IGN. Unless that's what it's supposed to be, just saying that IGN is non-existent. That's where I was confused. In-game name. Oh, I thought you meant like the freaking... one of my least favorite reviewers ever. Of IGN. Is what I thought for a hot second. So I'll just go out this way and we'll go there? Maybe. But... so I was confused at first because I was like, what's this about IGN and their reviews sucking and them generally just being bad and stuff. I was like, what's up with that? Look how pretty this darn place is. Look how pretty this is. My good gracious. It's always a treat coming back to this game. It's definitely always a treat coming back to the bootyful world of this game, to say the least. Where is the, oh, but now I'm here. Wait, what? Central Entrance Plaza, first floor. Central Entrance Plaza, first floor. Central Entrance Plaza, first... Why is there multiple of them? Wait, does that mean that it's like... this store?
Guess I misread the landing.
Yeah, the maps in this game, they're not as bad as I initially thought when we first started playing. But, okay, now I see the star on the map. But they're still not exactly the best. We get to talk to a purple guy? Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's. All right, you're clear. You can leave.
Well,
Huh? Somehow I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them here. So you're the guards holding all the oh yeah, this was the thing that we were doing like a week ago. So you're the guys hoarding all the rations. What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What is this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord Volran. What? Oh, and there's suddenly 2 of them. Wait, what? Okay, well, time to remember how to play this game again. Is what we do. I'll switch back to this layout, I suppose. But yeah, spent too much time avoiding the final HK achievement. I don't know what that is, I'm sorry to say. So you made a rule that you can't play any other game till you get it, so you're coming back to your usual coping mechanism of complaining to people. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, interesting. Hollow Knight, gotcha. Games I was planning on playing for a good while, but then, but nowadays those plans are kind of non-existent. Is complicated. Big smackaroo. Give the big smackaroos. But yeah, since the last session of this last week, a decent bit of thingamabobs have happened. Just, there's more busyness with university as always. The one really big thing that happened was Guzma, who sent out a package like a good while back at around the beginning of September, it finally came in. And, so we did the first ever and maybe only ever fan mail opening of the channel, which is very interesting. I mean, one of the reasons that I've kind of figured it would never happen is also because my address isn't even public. But Guzma is one of the mods. He asked and I was like, okay, well, I can give it to you. So I don't know if the day will ever come that I even make my address public. If I ever do, it won't be for a long time, but So I wasn't down in stockpiling the rations. That was some of Volran's soldiers hiding out inside his castle. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it. What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Volran? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Volran is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Danans here. Looking back on it, I did feel those soldiers we fought here before were mindless. If that's true, then they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going about their business as usual? I guess so. Everyone here was Volran's slave, both Danans and Renans alike. That's the kind of realm he was running. But that doesn't explain why all hell didn't break loose with these guys once Volran was gone like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since Volran vanished. It's entirely possible things may be starting to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't to any degree has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it were business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're going to come quietly. This guy just stands there and listens the whole time. Listen to me carefully, men. I'm Lord Dohalim Il-Karas. I have an order for you. Lord Dohalim? But sir, we serve... Lord Volran has left this realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renin law, you must pledge your allegiance to me. So, you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the Renin rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim. Holy crap, I can't believe that worked. It should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and then speak with Ganya once more. Okay, so I guess there's still some dudos out and about. Gold dog tag, apparently. Well.
Not me personally.
Well, either way, solve the problem, and that's what counts.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, he is the lord. He is the lord of one of the realms, is the thing. So it's not that he believed him. He was telling the truth, technically. And he just obeyed the truth, essentially. But yeah, could technically get a P.O. box. But yeah, as you say, it probably wouldn't be used very often. So there might not really be much of a point in doing that kind of thing. Well, they've probably seen like all the lords before. In this world, it's like there was 5 lords around that were doing mean, evil lord things. And we had to go around the world taking them all out. So the dudos that were serving like one lord under that realm probably knew about the other lords because they all came from like this other planet that's in the sky and stuff, and when the lords were elected they probably saw them all there and was like, oh, that's all the lords and stuff or something, is probably the case. But yeah, so since the last stream of this game, there was Kuzma was already freaking a crazy mad lad during the last stream of this game. Ever freaking since then, like a few days after that, I wound up getting a freaking package of more of his mad ladness. So that's something new and interesting that happened around here. That was fairly recent. Anybody potentially watching this on YouTube after the fact, that will have been uploaded like a month ago at this point, but
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not
What
so
is
easily, at
happening
least.
to the frame
We
rate?
have to at least try to change
Why was
things.
that panel
We can't
just
keep allowing history
like
to repeat
that?
itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Okay, well, it looks like we got a new title there. Heartfelt Shield. Increase aggro while guarding. Okay, so that keeps her up being the tank and whatnot. So after choosing to think for herself, Kisara resolves to protect her friends with her shield rather than her lord. I fight for my friends. Easier party member over limit. Makes it easier for party members to trigger over limit with them. Oh, that's interesting. So it like goes across the party. Interesting. Sure, we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, we can just leave it at that for now, I suppose, even though we could probably get some other stuff. Check to see if there are any other problems.
I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
You think about it. Thinking for yourself can be a heavy
The
responsibility.
music seems a bit louder than the voices at times.
It's not like you're
I noticed it during the
ever
cutscenes
thinking
as well,
about good, happy
but-
things for one.
Maybe
But the
so.
music in this game is also really good a lot of the time, so I worry about turning it down for like the actual big cutscenes and
That's
stuff,
why
you
I
know.
want to do everything I can to help these people.
It is a worry. So when you say check if there are any other problems, what you mean, game? Apparently the next star thing is over there. There's a side quest here that we can yoink. But yeah, this is a Bandai Namco franchise here with the Tales of series. I haven't actually ever beaten a Final Fantasy game. Is it this guy again? I haven't actually ever beaten a Final Fantasy game. I've played like a few hours of 7 and a few more hours of 10, and that's it really. Maybe one day we'll cover Final Fantasy on the channel. Oh, you again. Wonder what today's recipe will be. You're getting ahead of yourself, young miss. Now, come on, Gordon. We all know where this is heading. You have me there. Indeed. Indeed. I've come across an incredible recipe buried deep in the bowels of good old Pelicans, as we like to call it, mighty fortress. Whatever it is, I don't think it'll ever satisfy your apparently insatiable hunger to hunt for recipes in places like that. Well, as it so happens, I met a sailor back in Mahagsar. He let me borrow a boat, and I was here before I knew it. You rode that boat all the way here? That's right, but more importantly, what I found in that castle was a forbidden recipe, sealed away since ancient times. Forbidden, you say? What reason could anybody have had for locking it away for all these years? I haven't the faintest idea. That's why we must make it, so we can find out. And so, I ask you to gather me the ingredients once more. However, being such an old recipe, its directions are written rather obtusely. It calls for something white, soft, and fluffy, stimulating powder, neither swine nor hare meat, and finally, also something white, soft, and fluffy. Why does it ask for that twice? My guess is that one of them simply refers to rice. Or maybe the recipe is calling for double the normal amount of rice. Sounds okay to me. I don't think they'd write it like that if that were the case. I'm pretty sure all these ingredients can be found in Ganath Harris. So, can I count on you to go fetch them? Hand over rice, pepper, rat pig meat, and tofu. There you go. I think we already have the things written in the recipe. Yes, I see. Rice here, spices, rapig meat, and is this that other white, soft, and fluffy thing? Yeah, it's called tofu. Apparently, you make it by taking the liquid from soybeans and solidifying it. Oh, fascinating. I can't wait to see how it tastes. I know, I'm really curious. I had a lot of trouble bringing this stuff back without Shion stealing it and eating it. Well, here's the recipe. Go ahead and fix this mabo curry so we can find out why it was forbidden. Right, we'll get right on it. Hold your horses, Alphen. I'll decide how much spice we put in it. If we let you decide, it'll tear a hole through our stomachs. Fine. Just cook out here in the open streets, as we do.
Great.
All right, it's all done. I made sure to give Shio an extra large serving. Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now, to see how it tastes. Oh, it's exalting, fulfilling, liberating. Absolutely exquisite. I'm in heaven. This masterpiece is surely the key to realizing world peace. So basically, you really like it, is what I'm getting here. Great, then let's also go ahead and... Oh, you're already eating, huh, Shion? Delicious. I love how the different spices complement each other, and the soft, mild tofu gives it a nice texture. Don't you think this tastes great too, Alphen? Oh, this is bad. This is bad, guys. I can't help but think of Xenoblade. Bad? I thought you liked spicy food. This is really bad. Forgive me, Shion. This is absolutely... Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. I'm sorry. Embarrassing indeed. Sorry, but it's hard for me to put into words just how good this tastes. It makes me want to get up and jump for joy. Oh, now you're starting to understand what I've been trying to teach you. You stupid I never would have imagined such an overwhelming dish could ever exist. Now I feel myself getting addicted to it. Now I see. This may very well be why it was branded a forbidden recipe in ages past. Perhaps even great wars were fought over it. Or perhaps not. Likely not, the more I think about it. Better make sure you don't eat too much of this stuff, Shion, or you might regret it. I'll be fine. Besides, I prefer to eat it with bread, so what? What difference does that make? I feel completely and utterly satisfied. I can leave this realm with no regrets. Having now visited each of the realms, I'm not sure where to travel next. But I sense fate shall bring us together again one day. Until next time, farewell! For my Saga's soft and fluffy, we got mabo curry recipe, huh? Cool, well, I'll take another free recipe, thanks. Pretty nice. Well...
Now I can eat this every day.
I like the fog roll again. Okay, where are we going? We are going over there, apparently. I haven't been in the inn yet. I apparently have not yet been in the inn.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganath Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just Don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Still a little bit insecure, it seems like. I was gonna say something and then I completely forgot. Let's just see what the cutscene here is. This guy's passed the hell out. Need me to call you a cab? Hey, what the hell happened to him? The Smash community. No, he's no longer with us. It always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. Oh, speaking of Smash, at the time of streaming this, Sora just got revealed for Smash. And anybody watching this on YouTube after the fact, it's probably old news by now because of how ahead of the game we are with uploads in this. But I'm still gonna keep on getting more and more ahead of the game when it comes to uploads here, especially with the upcoming games coming out and how freaking crazy October is gonna be for me. Metroid Dread releases in 2 days from now, and it's gonna freaking consume my life. Considering how long Tales of Arise is gonna be of a playthrough, and how Metroid games typically aren't super duper long, who knows, maybe Metroid Dread will even be a finished playthrough by the time this goes up. I doubt there will be that much of a difference, but it's possible. He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to his family, living like a normal human being too, as opposed to one of those weird, anti-humans.
No way!
Damn. Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in that area over there. Got it. I'll break the news to her. How'd he die? Did he just pass out in front of the fountain? Did he toss a coin in the fountain and he made a wish of ending it? Oh, no, that's
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Okay. Oh, there's a thing, apparently. I got chicken from that. Cool. Let's see here. So it's here, apparently. Okay, I guess we're just gonna keep doing a bunch of side stuff until the heroes are like, we can't be here. We have to take the fight to the enemies. And then we'll probably go in a spaceship and then we'll go to the, where is the place? The place up there. That's my guesstimate right now, at least. That's my best guess.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. It's okay. I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I know he's an idiot. I have work that must be done today, since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
All right.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work. Had to word it like that.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it.
I guess it's actually part of the... It's actually important for the character to call it work.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Out of town? Wasn't the body here? Out of town to bury him, maybe, or something? Like, what the hell's going on here? Okay, so it's way closer to that one. I was about to say something, I forgot. Oh yeah, when it comes to new news with this game, which again, by the time this is uploaded, will probably be old news. Just a couple days ago, it was announced that apparently this game's getting a crossover with SAO.
I think Hoodle senses
With like a battle against the two main characters in that. And it's funny, because the voice actor for Kirito is the same voice actor as Law. So, I've seen a meme already of like the two Spider-Men pointing at each other, except it's freaking Kirito and Law.
Yes.
So I think that releases tomorrow, actually. Wait, it's about to roll over to midnight. I think it was supposed to release October 7th. It's October 6th at 11:40 p.m. right now. There's no way it releases right at midnight, my time zone specifically, unless it's one of those things that, like, you know, releases at everybody's midnight. So some people get it, you know, like half a day early because of that. But I can look it up and double check a release time. Maybe it's something we can even cover tonight, or maybe it's something that you can only do in post game or something. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. We'll see about covering it when it's out at some point, which who knows, it could even be late tonight, but maybe we won't cover it late today. I don't know. We'll freaking do it. And then I'll get started. Bring me some fire, because it's not, don't bring me like firewood or anything like that. Just bring me fire.
What?
What? You intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. That's freaking cremation. I don't understand. Won't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? Well, I mean, when you die, it's not like your body's doing much use being sitting around in the ground being preserved. Like, day comes that I die, freaking take my organs, give them to someone who can use them, and burn me. Is what I'd probably do with myself after I pass, but that's just me. I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dana? Until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send their remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Dana? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirits shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us Danans. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. That'd be an interesting way to go. Like, an interesting thing to be done with one's body after you pass, being sent out into space, wouldn't it? But, you know, unless you're sent out, like, you'd have to do, like, it's relatively, well, not relatively, but it's way simpler to get into orbit and just be, like, around the Earth than it is to, actually escape its gravity straight up and be unbound. Like, that's way harder. So, just getting it, just getting a body into space, it would still typically fall into the gravitational pull of the planet anyway. But, if you, in theory, got it out far enough, it'd still be in orbit of the solar system and eventually wind up somewhere, I guess, or technically it wouldn't have to. If it wound up somewhere, it could be after a freaking stupidly incredibly long time. But you know, like there's countless rocks around asteroids and stuff around the solar system. We even have like a couple belts worth of just freaking rocks floating around in the solar system, for example. It's a weird thing. Would you decompose, or would you? I guess you wouldn't decompose because there wouldn't be bacteria able to live out there to decompose you. It sounds weird. It sounds strange. Strange way to send off a body, sending it into space. Like, like at least in the ground or something like that. It's like there, it's like you can at least decompose and stuff, but in space, would you just like not decompose? Is that how that works? I don't know. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. And well, don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renans did to us. Tell me, Elfin, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you two. I thought you were over your little racism issue, Rinwell. I thought that you already had this character development. Did you revert? What's going on here? If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? Hi. It's enough. No more. Lenicus could strike at any time, and here we are fighting among ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's what we're all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system and begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Rinwell, I completely accept all the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did to Alim. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too. Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Huh? Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena, too, then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. I'm still here! Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Danan way. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do to you as his for you as his mom. Well, because of all of you, my son is at peace now. Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alfred.
If you call
Interesting.
your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Indeedly do, it did. There's a quest thing over here.
Put some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yoink!
I can see my decision to travel with you as well.
Sweet. Well, it wasn't just a simple press A and grab. I guess there was an actual diving with that one. Can I just go down here? No, I gotta. What the hell? And I can't open my map while I'm swimming, which is weird and sucks. But now I can open my map. So I need to go around for that. Do I want to do that really quickly right now? So I go around this way. Dang it! I went to open my map to double check, and I can't open my map because of there. Yes, this way.
A little water's not going to hurt.
That is indeed the case. Whee! Oh, don't you dare attack me. I'm just gonna take this stuff. Don't mind me. Scusi. Ridley? Ridley? Anyway, thinking about Metroid. Once Metroid Dread comes out, it's probably gonna, like, consume my life for a little while. Which is why I figured tonight, let's, like, make some progress in Tales of Arise. That one was just a simple A-press.
Yeah, it'd probably mess us up good.
Really? Is it like a way higher level than me or something? Did I ever heal up? My goodness, I can't check anything while swimming. Probably mess us up real good. I mean, we still have like most of our CP, not all, but like, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on, a hot ticker here. Probably mess us up real good. Would it really? What are our levels? A bunch of 34s, basically. What level are you? Oh! Yeah, we'll, come back to you later. I guess I can't flee out of that. No, I don't need to see the freaking intro here again. Well then. Well then, yeah. I guess I should have heeded the warning there, shouldn't I have?
Tough just looking at it.
But yeah, so there's an update for this game coming out soon. A,
Mess us up good.
freaking content crossover update thingamabob. And, a couple days from now is when Metroid Dread releases, so that'll keep me occupied for a good while.
A little water's not going
There's also this month there's freaking the Square Enix Voice of Cards game that's coming out, which I'm not sure if I'll do a playthrough of. I'll certainly consider it. There's a new Mario Party game. There's another Age of Calamity update, freaking DLC thingamabob, and I was thinking about doing a Luigi's Mansion for Halloween. So October is a weird month for me. Which is why I figured, hey, let's make some more progress in Tales of Arise. I wonder if this will be uploaded in November at this point. I know I'm like super ahead of uploads.
I mean...
I think in terms of like the uploads going on right now, we just arrived in like World 3.
My people, we lived in hiding.
In terms of what was just uploaded today, YouTube-wise. Or around now.
Not directly anyway.
Nice frame rate on that panel.
After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean.
My goodness, the stream is down to 20 FPS. What is wrong with this conversation? This conversation's like destroying my computer. Looking over our OBS. We're at 31 FPS apparently instead of 60.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is...
We're down to 20 FPS now.
Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it.
But it clearly looks like less than that.
Hatred.
Judging by what I'm seeing.
I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
And... frame rate restored. Almost. Maybe it's this area. The frame rate still looks a little bit low on OBS. No, we're getting close up to 60 again. Yeah, we're at 60 again, apparently. Well, that was That specific conversation just killed my computer for some reason. Wait, it says the star is here, but then it doesn't actually show it on any of these. What? The hell you mean? Maybe it's in the inn? Because I haven't gone to the inn yet? Maybe? Or something? It's gotta be like an area that I haven't been to yet then, right? Maybe? So let's have a look-see in here. Is the thing in here? Yeah, the map of this game could definitely be better, at least. Okay, yeah, it is here.
They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast.
Send help.
Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Yes.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting.
Yeah, we need to get the world to open up again. And we can go around doing, like, side quests and stuff and preparing for actual big stuff in the next arc and all that fun stuff. Free rest here if you like. Cool, let's do it.
What?